Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. So it is Christmas Eve as I am filming this, but I think this video will go up on Boxing Day, hopefully. So I thought it would be very appropriate to film a Boxycharm unboxing for Boxing Day. So I hope that sounds good to you all. So I have my October, November, and December base boxes for Boxycharm, and then I also have some add-ons as well. So I am wearing some of the items that I'm going to show you, so I'll have some b-roll of me applying them. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So the first month, which is October, the theme was Spellbound. So if you're not aware, for the base Boxycharm, you get 5 full-size items. I think it was previously $25 a month, but they are or have raised the price to, I think, $27.99. So not a huge price increase, and of course, you know, things get more expensive over time. It's just kind of the nature of things. If you saw my last Boxycharm video, I had been subscribed to Boxycharm Premium, which I think went up from about $35 to like $40, about there. And I think with Boxycharm Premium, you were supposed to get higher quality items, and I think maybe 6 full size as opposed to 5 full size. But I decided it just wasn't worth it to me to spend that additional $40 on Boxycharm a month. And now that this one is increasing in price as well, I definitely feel pretty good about sticking with just the base box. And as you'll see with the add-ons later on in this video, you can often get like the 1 or 2 items in another like premium or luxe subscription without having to sign up for that subscription. So there are some items that were appearing in those premium and luxe boxes that I bought in the like drop shop, I think they're calling it now, at a substantial savings compared to the full price. And it was still less expensive to do that than to subscribe to that premium or luxe box. Oh, and with Boxycharm, you can choose 1 item for your base box. I think with premium, you can choose 2, which is, I guess, one of the selling points. But at least with Boxycharm, you can choose 1 item. So the item I chose was the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. This has a retail value of $34. It says this highlighting skincare and makeup hybrid visibly brightens skin and delivers an effortless glow while helping reduce hyperpigmentation. The niacinamide infused serum is formulated without mica, glitter, or pearls. It creates a lightweight, buildable texture that quickly absorbs, making it suitable for all skin types. Use as a hydrating, highlighting serum before moisturizer or as the last step of your routine. So I did apply this today before my base, kind of as a like hydrating primer, and it reminded me a lot of, yeah, like a hyaluronic acid serum. So I had kind of a gel-like texture. It does have a fun kind of almost Harry Potter-esque bottle to it, and it's, like I said, like a very kind of, I don't know, lightweight gel texture, which I found really nice on the skin. So I can see why this product has gone viral, and I was definitely happy to be able to finally try it out in my Boxycharm. And I'm not sure how much glow is coming through from this product versus just my base or whatever. Today I did use the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation, and then the powder I used, I will show you in a little bit. But yeah, I think I definitely liked it. It does kind of dry down, but it does, I think, offer, I don't know, a little bit of luminosity and, you know, definitely some hydration there. So yeah, I'm happy to have that, and I will definitely continue to use it. The next item I got here was the Ace Beauté Falling For You palette, and this I think has their reformulated eyeshadow formula. So this was a new launch for them, which is always nice when Boxycharm includes kind of newer products. This has a retail value of $34.99. It says the Falling For You palette represents some of your most favorite things about the fall season. Each color has been carefully milled and pressed to provide the easiest application and the most excellent color payoff. So this isn't what I use today, and we are a little outside of the fall season now, but I thought this would be a great palette to include in my like upcoming fall beauty closet. So basically I think it's the Billy bookcase from IKEA, and my goal is to change out the items I'm featuring every month or every season to reflect, you know, whatever is going on at that time of year. So I thought this would be really cute to include in that. I did film my like Christmas beauty closet, so I'll link that for you if you want to check it out. So this has some fun colors in it. I didn't break it out to play with it before, I guess, fall was kind of over. It only has 4 metallics and then I guess 8 mattes. So my preference would have been for, I guess, a few more metallics. And keep in mind that I did put that serum on my hand there. So they seem really nice quality. It's just the color story wasn't something I wanted to use today. But I guess I am curious to see how this formula does behave on the eyes, so maybe I'll break it out next fall. I think I saw Lauren May Beauty talk about this or feature it. So yeah, it's definitely a cute little palette, and you can definitely create some, I guess, fun autumnal looks with it. So don't mind this being included. The next item is the, I think it's Tint, it's T-Y-N-T, Lash and Brow Duo. This has a retail value of $29, and it says, this duo solves the endless search for mascara and brow gel in the abyss of your makeup bag. It combines 2 products in one. The mascara is created with a smooth oil, rich formula with strong color payoff, leaving lashes longer, naturally fuller looking, and thicker without clump. The brow gel is fine and creamy with enough color to achieve natural hair-like strokes of color for fuller and well-defined brows. And I think I saw Cassie from Thrift Thick talk about this and it being just like a horrible product. I don't think it was horrible. I think I did use it today, both the brow and the lash side. And I think the brows, now that I have everything else on, I think it's okay. But when I first applied it, I was definitely a bit alarmed by how dark it was. I guess since I haven't highlighted my hair in a few months, I do have some more natural darkness in my hair where the brows don't look too out of whack. But just to compare that to the Kosas Brow Gel, which is what I typically go for. This is in the shade Taupe, which has a much kind of grayer kind of undertone to it. I did see that this was in the, I think, January premium box. So this is one example of where I really like this product, and if they show it in the drop shop or mega drop shop, whichever one is for the upcoming selection period, I probably will pick up another one. So just to show you there, the darker shade is that Tint, and the Kosas is the lighter, kind of more ashy tone. So I thought the wand on this was fine. It's kind of a small triangular shaped applicator. For the mascara, so I also applied this before I put on some false lashes, just because I thought with the eye look and the eyeliner I needed something a little bit more dramatic. So this is also kind of a smaller brush. It's one of those synthetic type wands, and it is kind of triangular shaped as well. So I thought this was good at kind of separating the lashes, kind of giving them some length. It was a little difficult to kind of build up the volume. Like, I felt like when I went in for the second coat, it was just a little bit difficult to comb through. Usually I do one coat on each eye before I go in for a second coat. I don't think this was a total loss for me, but I don't know if I'll start to reach for it over the other items in my collection. Okay, so next up we have another dual-ended product. This is the Jellies Beauty double-sided wing stamp eyeliner. This has a retail value of $22. It says it's a new brand to Boxy. It says, now wings are easier than ever. The stamp liner comes with dual sides, one wing shaped and one traditional pen shape. Super easy to use even for beginners. Just press the stamp onto the outer eye area and then use the pen side to connect and perfect. So I also used this today, and I might zoom you guys in so you can get a good look at my eyeliner. So I wouldn't say this was totally foolproof, but I think it did help that I had like a darker color on the outer corner, because that way it kind of, I don't know, fades in a little bit, so I didn't have to worry about being like super precise. I do have hooded eyes. I know like Wayne Goss and some other people have tips and techniques for applying kind of that more dramatic wing to hooded eyes, but I usually go with something a little less dramatic just because I don't like necessarily when you have that like kind of sharp angle, because how they say to do it is like you have your eyes open and you have the angle and then you kind of draw in with your eyes open, which means that when they're shut you kind of get a bit of a different shape just because of hooded lids and how they look when they're open or closed. So all that being said, I did like having this stamp because one of the things I struggle with, in addition to like getting the right angle on the wing, is also the same length. So having a stamp I think makes it a little bit easier. I guess what I don't like about this product is, one, the packaging itself feels very just kind of cheap plasticky, and then also there's no distinguishing mark or anything between the liner and the wing side. So more often than not, I will kind of open the wrong side and just have to put the cap back on and open the other one. So I think this is a felt tip liner, and it did, I think, apply a fairly decent line there without kind of seeping too much into like little wrinkles and that kind of thing. This, I think I had to kind of, I don't know, stamp a couple times on my eyelid just to kind of get it to transfer enough pigment again onto the curvature of my hooded lids and everything. So I like it. I might continue to play around with it. I usually will reach for like a gel pencil liner over a liquid liner, but I don't think it was a total fail of a product. All right, and then the last item here is what I'm currently using, and that is the Julep Makeup Remover Towelettes. They say this is a new launch. So these have a retail value of $20. It says, simplify your routine with these 2-in-1 wipes that gently remove makeup and impurities while refining pores and toning skin with witch hazel, glycerin, and olive oil. Swipe cloth across skin to gently remove all makeup, even waterproof mascara, without tugging or pulling. No need to rinse. Suitable for all skin types, especially oily and acne prone, 100% biodegradable. So these had 60 towelettes, and as you can perhaps tell from the thickness of the package now and just the overall quality of it, I have been using these to like remove swatches and that kind of thing from my hand over the last couple months. So I would repurchase these, and I don't use them to remove makeup from my face, but whenever makeup wipes like this come into my life, they are useful for kind of filming videos and removing swatches and that kind of thing. So again, it's not something I would rush out to buy. I do wonder if, because it has that pore refining witch hazel, which is like an astringent, I don't know if it's really great for my hands to like use it over and over again to remove swatches, but it seems to do the job. And I do currently have the Julep cleansing oil, which I've gone through bottles and bottles of before. I'm not sure if it's a product they currently make or sell, or if I'm just working through my backstock. Julep used to have a nail polish subscription service, which I was subscribed to, and they've done away with that. So I'm not currently sure like what their business model is or where they're going in the future, but this product at least was fine. it was fine. So really for October, the hero product for me was the Glow Recipe Dewdrops, and those were over the $25/$28 mark. So everything else was kind of a bonus, and definitely had some other products I can use or I found useful. So anyway, that's a win for me. All right, let's talk about November. So November, the theme was invite only, apparently. And for this month, the item I chose was the Kate Somerville Goat Milk Moisturizing Cleanser. This has a value of $40, and it says, a gentle daily face wash that's formulated to cleanse and soothe without tightness or irritation. Its enhanced, non-foaming, creamy formula removes makeup, dirt, oil, and impurities while maintaining skin's radiance and essential moisture. So this is another product I've used in the past. Currently I'm using the Delicate cleanser in the shower. So I like to use this type of product just as a kind of gentle cleanser. When I'm in the shower, I don't have any makeup or anything to remove. I'll just kind of wet my face and then apply some of this all over and then just kind of let it sit there, hopefully kind of hydrating my skin while I'm washing my hair or washing my body or whatever. And then I will rinse it off at the end of my shower. So yeah, I kind of treat this almost interchangeably with the Delicate cleanser. They have a similar texture to them. So just to show you the texture, it is definitely kind of like a lotion. So like I said, I'll wet my face and then just kind of rub that in. So you can see it has a very kind of creamy, non-foaming type texture to it. I'm also currently using their Goat Milk Moisturizer, which I really enjoy. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, a line from Kate Somerville that I really enjoy. And it's one of those things where even if there's nothing terribly exciting to choose from that month, if I can get like a staple skincare item that I will get good use out of, and paying the let's say $28 for the box is less than the retail price, then I'm pretty happy. So the other items in this box, I got the Violet Voss Sunset Eyeshadow and Pressed Pigment Palette. This is supposed to have a $37 value, and they say that this is a Boxy exclusive. It says, get your daily dose of magic hour with the Violet Sunset Palette. A color story inspired by the magical colors of the sunset, your eyes are sure to be the main attraction. It provides iconic everyday warm neutrals and complementary pops of colors to achieve all the looks you desire and more. Experience Violet Voss's addicting formulas in the perfect mix of mattes, shimmers, and metallics, always pigmented and extremely blendable. So it seems like Violet Voss has kind of been in a lot of Boxycharms over the, I don't know, months now. And I remember there was a time when I heard a lot of people talking about Violet Voss, and I hadn't tried any of their palettes, or at least a couple of the larger ones. And so I remember like placing an order for like the top notch palette and that kind of thing. I'm getting to the point now where I kind of like the color story. I mean, it's very kind of specific. I mean, the top row is fairly neutral, but I'm not sure if I would kind of break this out over some other palettes for that kind of color story. This one shade, this is Vanilla, is more of a satin, and then Peach and Champagne are the other kind of nude metallics. I guess how I feel about this now is just that I think I might just need to kind of do a palette declutter at this point, because I just feel a little bit like I'm holding on to a lot of palettes that I forget I have or I don't reach for, and definitely being subscribed to like Boxycharm and Ipsy exacerbates that problem. So I still do find value in Boxycharm. I know one of their selling points, I think early on, was that there would be a palette in every subscription box. So this isn't a bad item to include by any means. I just don't know that it's something that I will personally get a lot of use out of, so I'm not quite sure if I will be holding on to that in the long term. Next up, we have a bronzer from the Hannah Lay Beauty Company. This is supposed to have a $25 value. It says, glow like a Hawaiian goddess with a cruelty-free natural matte bronzer. This long-wearing powder gives you that sun-kissed look, fresh from a day at the beach. The unique formula applies smoothly. Apply with a brush to define cheekbones and enhance your natural beauty. So I think I got some kind of like lip product from this company before. So this is made in South Korea, I think, but the company itself is based in Hawaii. And this is cruelty-free. So I don't know, it's a cute little package, I guess. It doesn't have a mirror or anything in the compact. Feels pretty smooth, and it's not too orangey or anything, so I might give that a try. I did apply a different bronzer today, which I will show you in a minute. So like I said, I can't say I'm like incredibly excited about that product, but I don't think it's a dud. All right, next up I have the lashes I am wearing, which are the Lily Lashes Falling For You Lash, which is a very cute little title. These were supposed to have a $28 value, and these were a Boxy exclusive. It says, lightweight, flared, and airy, just like an autumn breeze, the limited edition Falling For You lash adds delicate length and volume to create an undeniably natural glam finish. Apply as the perfect final touch to your makeup looks for all of the pumpkin spice latte dates and sweater weather meetups that lie ahead. So, as you can see, I did trim off a little bit from the lashes, and that was partly due to when I removed them, one of them just seemed to have a kink in it, and so I just snipped it at that mark. And I think it actually worked out for the best, because sometimes I do find that I have to trim lashes. I really like the packaging more and the name of them, I guess, more so than the actual lashes. I typically like lashes with a clear band as opposed to a black one, just because I find that they're a little bit easier to apply. They're not as like noticeable or anything like that. So I think they're nice, and you know, periodically for YouTube I do like to apply lashes for fun. I don't really wear them in my everyday life, but like I said, they were, I guess, fun to apply for the video, which is part of the reason why I do Boxycharm, is just to have fun playing with makeup. So I am wondering if I can like remove these lashes and stick them on the lash holder and like put them in my little fall beauty closet, because I think the packaging itself is really cute, but I don't know, that remains to be seen. All right, and the last item here is the AMNH Skincare Unicorn Dreams Body Butter. This has a retail value of $20. It says, scented with notes of pink cotton candy, this dreamy body butter smells like it will melt in your mouth and is a delicious treat for the senses. It's sure to bring back childhood memories of pink and blue clouds of decadent spun sugar, sweet lemon drops, raspberries, caramel, fig leaves, Sicilian orange, barb papa, lily of the valley, and powdery vanilla musk. That seems like a lot. It does smell very kind of sweet and nice and whatever. Has that fun kind of swirled texture. I think that this company, so my suspicion is that this is like just like a private label of a product that a lot of other brands sell. So I'm trying to see if it says where it's made. So it doesn't have where it's made on here, but it looks a lot like some of the products from like Truly, and I think they've been called out for just like private labeling stuff that you can find on like Alibaba and stuff. So it's kind of cute, I guess. It's not totally objectionable, but my gut is telling me that this is just like a private label product and it's not really anything kind of unique or anything like that. Okay, so that was the last item for November. So now on to December. So it was the Gift of Glam. And once again, I chose a skincare product. So I was very excited actually to see this product. I know I've seen like Glitter Fallout and Better Off Red kind of not be too enthusiastic about this product, but Algenist does have kind of pricier skincare, and I happen to really like their eye creams. So this has a $68 value, and it says it's a new brand to Boxy. It says it's a targeted eye treatment with enhanced algae technology, clinically shown to help reduce dark under eye circles, bags, puffiness, lines, wrinkles, and crow's feet in just 10 days. It's formulated with Algenist's patented and exclusive alginic acid, a blend of red, brown, and green algae, that synergistically work by energizing and increasing skin luminosity. I have tried a sample size of this before and I did enjoy it. So right now I'm using, I guess, their earlier eye cream that they released. This is the Complete Eye Renewal Balm as opposed to the Triple Algae Eye Renewal Balm. I'm not sure exactly what the difference is, either in formulation or in effect, but I do like this as a nice kind of moisturizing eye cream on my dry 36-year-old skin. So this one I think I got from a FabFitFun box, so I'm currently working my way through this one. So I'm never going to run out of eye cream at this point, but like I said, I have tried a sample of this and I enjoyed it. So anyway, so this was a product I was definitely happy to select from my box. Next up, we have the Seraphine Botanicals Happy Hibiscus Luminizer and Blush Palette. And again, I think this is a brand where I've gotten like lip balms or something from them in the past. So I did use one of these blushes today. I used the Petal Silky Pink, and it did go on a little bit more pigmented initially than I was expecting, but then I don't know, I think it might be fading a little bit. Like I went in a second time and applied more of it, and I don't know, that one pink blush seems kind of chalky, and then the other like kind of highlighter shades, I mean, there's one that will definitely not work for me. There are two that might. But yeah, this is another product where I'm not quite sure how long it will stay in my collection. I just think it's unlikely that I'll reach for it over some other products that I have. But like I said, you know, I think the value is still there for me with that eye cream, and I can always, I guess, donate what I don't choose to use. Next up, we have this Wish Beauty Vanilla Bean Lip Mask with bakuchiol, which was interesting. This is supposed to have a $32 value, and it says, are your lips missing the moisture they crave and desire? The Vanilla Bean Lip Mask with bakuchiol is the answer to their wish. This rich and buttery smooth mask melts deep into your lips as you sleep, providing long-lasting, intense moisturization. Say goodbye to those cracked and peeling lips and hello to dewy, soft goodness. So I did apply this to my lips as I was kind of getting ready. And I guess my first impressions of this product are, it has a very thin texture to it. I guess with a name like a lip mask, I was expecting something a little bit more kind of thick and coating on the lips. But this was very thin in texture, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, it just isn't what I was expecting. And I'm not sure how long it really lasts on the lips having such a thin texture. Another thing I noticed was, if you can see, it kind of looks sunken in the middle. There's like a little hole and that is kind of like concave. I think something similar happens sometimes with candles, like they'll pour it and then it'll kind of sink and then they'll top it off. And I think that might have been kind of a similar effect with this lip mask. So I think maybe the best practice would be to go back and like pour more on the top so it's kind of a more even surface. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I just thought I would mention that. And the last thing I thought I would mention is that with bakuchiol being kind of a retinol alternative, retinol is great for kind of resurfacing the skin and all that, but it can also be irritating. So I'm not sure. I don't know what the percentage of bakuchiol is. I don't know really how it compares to retinol because it hasn't been studied as much. So I would hope that it does a good job of kind of helping to exfoliate the lips as opposed to like irritating them, but I'm not really sure. So I just thought I would mention that as well. All right, next up we have these Araceli Beauty Bella Sponge Duo. This is a Boxy exclusive, and these are supposed to have a $24 value. It says, blend it out. Set the stage for a seamless, smooth blend with the super soft Araceli Bella Sponge Duo. Use it again and again to effortlessly apply your foundation, concealer, and cream products. Need to bake? The Bella Sponge's pointed tip provides precise application of powder. Your complexion called, and the Araceli Bella Sponge is the answer. I like the color of these. Obviously, I didn't use them today, but I guess it's always good to have more makeup sponges on hand. That's really all I have to say about that. All right, and the last product that I had was the Mellow Cosmetics Gel Lip Pencil. This is supposed to have a $15 value. It says this gel formulated gel lip pencil glides on fluidly and adheres instantly with a matte finish. Define your lips with an instant release of rich, saturated color. Long wearing and transfer proof. Cruelty-free, paraben-free, and vegan. So this isn't a brand that I'd ever heard of, I don't think, but I did just see, I think, Michelle Wong talk about this in a blog because she was, I guess, shopping on the Nordstrom website, and I guess this brand is now at Nordstrom, apparently. Also, apparently it was like an Instagram type brand where I think Desi and Katie were talking about it. So I felt pretty out of the loop. But anyway, this is a nice formula. This is the color Rose. It says it was designed and developed in Australia, made in China. So that is the type of pencil, and it did have a nice creamy texture to it. I did top it, by the way, with a Pat McGrath lip gloss in the shade Sunset Rose. Just curious how this compares to like the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Ooh, that's not good. So I think it's a little bit darker than the Pillow Talk original and like peachier than the Pillow Talk medium, I think is what I have, yeah. So I think it's a good color and definitely one that I can get good use out of. I don't know that it was like the best color combination with this eye look. I don't think it's bad, but if I didn't have this lip pencil to try, I probably would have just gotten full Christmas with like a red lip. But yeah, I thought it was good. And it's always nice to know that the brands that you're getting in your Boxycharm are like kind of recognizable brands that are sold at major retailers. So I was happy to hear that from Michelle Wong. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through all the kind of add-ons or drop shop purchases that I made over the last few months in one segment here. So the first item I have here is what I am wearing. This is the Viseart bronzer, and I have the shade Bronze Noix, maybe? And I bought this for $9. Apparently it has a $30 value. I did see this on the Viseart website, so I don't know if this is a new launch for them. I couldn't find anything really on the internet as far as reviews or anything, so it could be a new product for Viseart. So I thought this was a nice kind of cool toned-ish bronzer for my skin tone, and I thought it applied very well with my Rephr 22 bronzer brush. So yeah, so I was pretty happy about this. I filmed a few videos recently with like Viseart eyeshadows, so I definitely wanted to try out another type of product from them. And the thing about their packaging is that it's really easy to just pop out the pans. So you can see you have one large pan here, and then it just fits into that magnetic base there. But if you had a larger magnetic palette where you wanted to pop in your bronzer and a couple eyeshadows just to make it really travel friendly, I like that they make it easy to do that. So yeah, and I think the color of the packaging is really pretty as well. So got that bronzer, and just to quickly swatch it against my favorite Gucci #1 bronzer. I mean, it's not terribly dissimilar. I think, you know, the Gucci is a little bit creamier in texture, maybe a tad more rosy, but I don't think this Viseart one is too far off. Certainly not as like yellow as some bronzers could be. And just to quickly compare it to this Hanalei bronzer, this one does have a hole in the bottom, so I'm wondering if I can pop this out. All right, so let's see. No, I don't, oh, maybe it's just a little stuck. Okay, so that was definitely glued in. So I guess, you know, the positive is that it's easy to depot. Maybe the negative would be that it's not so easy to kind of stick back in. Let's swatch that though. This one doesn't have a mirror either. Feels pretty creamy. So from the bottom to the top, we have the Hanalei, the Viseart, and the Gucci. So as far as a bronzer for a fair skin tone, I think all of those are pretty good options. The Gucci bronzer, by the way, is also depottable. You just flip up this part down below and there is a little hole there. I wish Gucci would sell refills. I think with their eyeshadow palette, they kind of, I don't know, made people start to wonder if they were going to kind of sell different inserts for that eyeshadow palette packaging. That one you can see has the magnet, and then that is just your pan of bronzer. So again, if you wanted to pop it into a different magnetic palette, you could definitely do that. Obviously the packaging itself is very beautiful, so I just keep it in there for everyday use. So there is a substantial price difference between the Viseart and the Gucci, but you do get more product in the Gucci. This has 12 grams versus 7.5 grams, so just for what it's worth. So also from Viseart, I got their setting powder, and this is a product that I did see on their website, so I think it's an older product. I picked this up for $12 and it has a $35 value. And this is one of those interesting cases where I think this packaging was made exclusively for Boxycharm. So if you wanted to purchase anything from Viseart through the end of March, you can use the code LikeACharm20 to receive 20% off your entire order. So I think this component is fairly typical of loose powder, but it does have, I don't know, this like plastic bit in the cap. So it kind of contains the loose powder. I mean, there are holes in there and you can kind of see where it's come up and everything, but I think, you know, it's fairly basic or simple packaging, but I think it's effective. And I thought this was nice. I applied it underneath the eyes and all over the face as well. And I don't think it made me look kind of too powdery or cakey or anything like that. I do have dry skin, so yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with that. I don't always reach for loose powder. Sometimes I'll use a pressed powder, but anyway, I just wanted to try more items from Viseart. Next up, we have the Pharmacy Body Serum, and I think this was an item that was going to be in a Luxe box. So I was able to get this for $9, and it has a $40 value. And I don't even know how much the Luxe box retails for, if it's like $50 or something. So this is one of those instances where there's one or two products that really get you excited about the Luxe box or a premium box, but you don't want to shell out for that subscription box when you can't control all the items you get. I think it's worthwhile just to, you know, pick up the one or two items you're interested in the drop shop, and that way you know exactly what you're getting. So anyway, this is an AHA and BHA resurfacing serum with honey and prickly pear. I haven't actually used this yet. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand to kind of see what the texture was and everything. And I think Stephanie Marie said that she really hated the smell of this, so I was a little concerned because I hadn't tried it before she said that. It has a very light texture, and when she said she hated the smell of it, I thought that a lot of AHA, BHA type products for the body don't smell great, to be honest. Like the lactic acid or whatever, just it doesn't smell good. Like if you've ever smelled, I think like Amlactin is a pretty popular drugstore like lactic acid type body lotion. So that's what I was expecting. Even like the First Aid Beauty KP lotion or whatever they have, I mean, that has a very kind of strong, I don't know if it's lactic acid or glycolic or whatever, but it doesn't smell great, to be honest. So that's what I was expecting, but I'm guessing what she was smelling was more of the honey smell, and I don't love honey scent generally. I've gone through a whole pot of their honey moisturizer, and again, it's like, I don't love it, but I can stand it. So that's what I get from this product, is that honey smell. And honestly, I think I'd rather deal with the honey smell than like the kind of lactic acid smell. So yeah, I'm looking forward to using this. I definitely think I'll be able to kind of withstand the smell. And I do have like KP and everything on my arms and whatnot, so I think that'll be fun to try. Okay, so next up I got a very bougie mask from Chantecaille. This was the Jasmine Lily Healing Mask. So I bought this for $18, which is a little high for a like drop shop item. This is supposed to have a $92 value, and I don't know if Chantecaille skincare products are necessarily worth the price, at least full price. I always look at like Beautypedia to see what they have to say and that kind of thing, and they generally don't like any type of skincare that's either in a pot or has any kind of like plant essential oils or anything in it. I have used this once, I believe, and I did like it. It doesn't have a strong smell or anything like that, just kind of smells lightly fresh and clean, but I really have to like smell it to get any kind of scent. So yeah, I like it, and I'm sure I'll be able to continue using it. If you saw my Black Friday haul, you'll know that I picked up the was it the Chantecaille Bio Lifting Mask from, was it the New Beauty website, at a pretty substantial discount. I think I paid like $10 for it or something crazy. So I haven't tried that one yet, but I'm, I guess, experimenting with some Chantecaille masks. So yeah, I kind of waffled on whether or not to pick that one up. In the end, I decided to. All right, next up we have the Vesca Soft Sun Stargaze Luminous Glow Highlighting Powder. I got this for $9 and it has a $30 value. I am kind of picking up Vesca items here and there because I want to kind of experiment with the brand and try what they have to offer. I think I just saw Morgan Turner put their bronzer in like her best of video. So anyway, so it's kind of just a small little compact there, snap closure, nothing too fancy. It does have a little mirror though, which is nice. It feels fairly smooth on the finger, and I think it has a pretty kind of reflect to it. So nothing completely mind-blowing, but I did apply it today, and I think it gave me kind of a nice subtle highlight. I mean, I wouldn't say this is like totally beaming, but it's definitely there. And I think it blended into the skin very nicely with my Anastasia A23 brush. All right, and another Vesca product I got was the Soft Sun Radiant Skin. This, I think I misspoke earlier. So the highlighter was $9 and it retails for $28. This was $9 and I think it retails for $30. So not too far off, but yeah, anyway, I'm just kind of experimenting with the brand, and this, I don't know, was just kind of an interesting product to me. This is in the shade Dawn, and I remember when I was looking at the different shades, it kind of reminded me of if anyone watched the Foundation on Apple TV, I think it was, like Brother Dawn, Brother Dusk, etc. So this is kind of one of those illuminating iridescent type products, I think, that you put underneath your base. So yeah, so anyway, I'll give that a shot at some point. I also got these Complex Culture clips. These were $6 and they're supposed to have a $10 value. So I am planning to do kind of a full face of Complex Culture, and I saw these come up and I thought, why not? Complex Culture is an interesting brand, and I'll talk more about it in that video when I film it, which I think will be in January. I think I'm just gonna like finally sit down and film it. So anyway, I got those. I also got these Skin Fix Resurface Plus AHA BHA Enzyme Exfoliating Pads. These say that they're a retexturizing peel to smooth, brighten, and tackle dark spots on the face and body. And this had 60 pads, and this is supposed to have a $50 value. I got it for $12. Like you can see there, they're just fairly large pads actually. And I basically got these again for like my arms and my thighs, just wherever I feel like I need some kind of exfoliation. So yeah, I don't think I'd pay $50 for these, but I don't know, I thought for $12 they were a nice product like that. I think kind of similar to like the First Aid Beauty, what are those things called? Whatever their little pads in a jar are called. So yeah, I picked those up. Next up, I got this Ace Beauté Eyeshadow Amplifying Base and Light. This was $7, down from $14. And I used this today underneath the eyeshadow palette that I used. And this primer is one of those that definitely kind of blanks out your eyelid. So you really just need a tiny, tiny amount. And then it's like super brightening and that kind of thing. I think it did pretty well. It didn't like crease or anything right away. Anyway, I picked that up after I had gotten the Falling For You palette or whatever from Ace Beauté. So I just thought, might as well just try out their eyeshadow base because I had their palette. So anyway, I got that. All right, so backing up a little bit, I have another pharmacy product. This is the Feeling Good serum. This was $9 again, and it retails for $44. This is actually, I think, what I selected for my January base box. So the Boxycharm choice window opens at the same time as their drop shop. So sometimes you can go in and you can like pick one thing for your choice, and then if there are other items for choice that you want, you can sometimes purchase those from the drop shop. So anyway, so I selected this as my choice, and then I was gonna go back and pick something else, and I think the other option was out of stock at that point. So I basically committed myself to two. So hopefully I like this product. But yeah, this is a hyaluronic acid plumping serum. As we're headed into the depths of winter here with my dry skin, I definitely look for all the ways to add hydration to my skincare. So this was another product that has come out fairly recently that I was interested in. This is 1 fluid ounce, and again, on the package it says it's made exclusively for Boxycharm, which I always find it interesting when they specify that. So yeah, so I think it has a very similar packaging to their honeymoon serum or whatever, which I have used as well and really enjoyed. So again, kind of just a light texture, has that same kind of honey smell to it, I think. So if you really hate that honey smell, I think Pharmacy is maybe not the best brand for you, but I can handle it as long as it doesn't kind of linger forever. So yeah, so I will be well hydrated this winter. All right, and then next up I got 2 products from Earth Harbor. I got the Calypso and Helios. The Calypso is a rejuvenating moisture elixir with sea berry and CoQ10. And the Helios is an anti-pollution youth ampule with red algae and plant stem cells. Each of these are 1 fluid ounce. The Helios was $10, it retails for $48, and the Calypso is $12 and it retails for $44. And Earth Harbor is not a stranger to Boxycharm or other subscription boxes, but I really love just the look of their products. So I don't actually plan to use these, which I know some of you will think is insane. I basically kind of accumulated a full rainbow of these at this point, so I want to use them as part of my like summer beauty closet, like have a full kind of rainbow of little bottles set up. I don't know. I just think that'll be really pretty. So anyway, just a completely silly little pointless purchase, but whatever. And the last item here I have to share with you is the Persona Identity 2 palette. So this is what I'm wearing on my eyelids today. I have Kind, which is that cream matte all over the lids. And then I have Loyal and Brave, which are matte browns in the crease. And then I have Unique on the inner half and Driven on the outer half. So went in for a green and gold look, just for fun or whatever. So I paid $12 for this. It has a $42 value, and this was another instance where I think this was a choice item for premium, and I was able to get it in the drop shop. So I felt like I wasn't really missing out on that premium subscription, even though I'm only subscribed to base. So I really enjoyed the original Persona Identity palette when I was using it in one of my Ulta 21 Days of Beauty videos. So this I think was half off during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and because they've changed the packaging and that one was getting a little old, I went ahead and bought the newer style of packaging, which is just kind of your plain plastic here. This, by the way, is more of a like white plastic. This is a little bit more of a cream, and it says Identity 2 as opposed to just Identity at the bottom. So yeah, I really enjoy this formula. This one is obviously much more kind of neutral and subtle. This one has a lot more kind of pops of color, more jewel tones, but it still has some decent kind of matte shades and some more, I guess, darker neutrals in there, but I think you can still get a fairly wearable look out of it, even though it does have some kind of brighter jewel tones in it. So yeah, so that's gonna do it for my, I guess, the last Boxycharm video of 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you had a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate it, and I'm probably going to upload again before the new year, but either way, I hope you have a wonderful new year as well. So hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.